My question is for Lisa. And basically what she talked about was engagement pathways. So how do you automate your drip marketing? That's basically what you're doing to engage the first date, the second date, the third date. Do you have an automated way of doing it and a set format of conversations that lead them down the path that you want them to go?
Yes, we do. We have different paths for volunteers. We have different paths for people who have their first interaction with us online. We have a different path for people who are advocates. It really depends on how they have that first date with us. But all of them have the same idea. Educate about what we do, educate about the problem, and then empower on how they can make a difference and how they can interact with our food bank and all the different offerings that we do have. So it's not just volunteering in our warehouse and sorting cans. It's how they can make a difference, even just by spreading the word and how that has value. We use a system called Convio. It's a content management system, and we use that also for our email communication, our donation modules, advocacy, and some other things.
So if you had to pick one social media site to start with, what would you choose?
I think that we decided that we couldn't publish. We were too busy, and we were really in danger of the cobbler's kids having no shoes. So we were in the same sort of situation. So what we did was to go and find out if there were any groups that already existed and become members of those groups and begin to basically make sure that we were showing up on the activity feeds with as little as possible. And there are a few tools out there that you can use to link things together. There are plugins that will allow you, if you put anything on your blog, to have it show up on your Facebook, that will allow you things. And so if you can link things together, if you go into the plugins on Facebook and LinkedIn, look at things like Austin Mama and City Data, and just things that are much more specific, and find those groups that already exist. There's definitely a lot of conversation about weddings. There's definitely a lot of conversation about people that are in the catering industry. You may find that you have a great niche with sub-vending to another group. Try and spend most of your energy with a smaller group of people participating where they've already built the audience at this time. And don't worry so much about getting this huge presence or what I call publishing content. Join the conversation. And for a new business, I would recommend that what you're trying to do is less publicity and more online sales. You know, and you can actually get on and be very honest about who you are and what you do, and jump into the conversation and say, you know, I have this company, and have you ever thought about this? And if you're totally upfront about the fact that you're selling them, you're allowed to. It's only a little bit icky if you're not. So that's where I would put my energy, is finding a few areas and then actually fessing up and honestly selling in those arenas right now.
You're local, right? Yeah. So you really service Austin, and I think Facebook is really great for tapping into. I really use it to do a lot of local things because you can do events and you can do things to tap into the Austin network because they've already tagged themselves as Austin. So that's a great place to really integrate. They're doing events. You can invite people to events. And also on Twitter, if you could search hashtag Austin and really just connect with the people that are tweeting in Austin and build community on a smaller basis, and then develop your strategic plan. So in the morning for 15 minutes, when I'm having coffee, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And that's it, I'm getting off, right? If you can do it at lunch, like I like to text my Twitter, right? When I'm at a stoplight or I'm in traffic, because we have plenty of it.
Not supposed to text while you're driving.
But I'm stopped. When Mo packs a parking lot, I'll text Twitter, and I'm texting either, something about a song on the radio or something really random. And it's fun. And then in the evening, after dinner, everybody's in bed or whatever, give yourself 20 minutes to interact a little bit. And that you've done social media in less than an hour a day. Yeah.
What? You really can't spend more than an hour a day productively.
No, focus issue.
And blogs can be short. I mean, because the screen is only so big. So you could just do a paragraph, blog your rock star moment of the day, you're done.
We can't stop. We did something in my office that we call blurting. We didn't feel like there was a word out there that worked for what we wanted. So we invented something we called a blurt. And it's when literally you don't worry about polishing it, you don't finish it. It's not a status update, it's not this or that, but we'll put together maybe 3 sentences on a topic, post, and get off. And it helps us a lot when we're participating in conversations or we're starting to restart a conversation. There's a group that maybe has been meaningful and had life for us, and suddenly that group's losing momentum. Sometimes you have to charge the group. If the group's providing you business and it's starting to wind down, so for instance, when Billy Mays passed away, and we're in a group and it's about direct marketing, we just put together a few different websites where they were talking about Billy Mays and why his direct marketing tactics worked. 3 sentences with links to the website, posted it for the day. Really, really rejuvenated the group, and we were able to begin conversing with the group again, and we didn't lose a group that was meaningful to our business. So you'll learn which groups begin to become useful to you, and you'll learn how to shorthand the things that you need to do.
My name is Lisa_Goddard. I do not suggest doing underscore because it's really apparently, I did this before I had one of those handheld things, and it's just too many clicks. So if you do decide to have a 2-word thing, just do a hyphen or just mush it together. Just don't do what I did.
I'm at Ricky Neer, and it's RICCINEER.